a little bit of complications this week, but we made it happen. Even with Laser overseas, we're back at it. Another episode, and we got some news to tackle today. So let's get right into it.
Yo, this is Laser. How's it going? Just wanted to start off with a bit of a darker note. Dwayne Haskins. If you haven't heard, right, Dwayne Haskins is a former quarterback at Ohio State. Heisman finalist, first round pick. He was jogging and he was hit by a truck. And he passed away. Um, I just want to talk about it a bit because there have been a lot of weird takes. Um, First, yeah, there was Gil Brandt, who's a former NFL player, who went on the radio and said that Dwayne Haskins was living to die. That he said that Dwayne Haskins should have stayed another year in college, and said that he was just a reckless person. Um, and then there was Adam Schefter who says that Dwayne Haskins was who on his tweet breaking the news that Dwayne Haskins died. He said that like Dwayne Haskins failed at at with the Commanders and failed with Pittsburgh, which is a bit so it was which is
I
really
mean that
weird.
that has little to do with his death, but
Right. Yeah, like,
that's
why
kind
why would
of
you bring that up on like his death breaking?
yeah. What the hell? Okay, that's it's very sad. It's sad when
Right.
anyone dies, let alone
Right.
So
It
like
right.
why that sounds the way you're describing it sounds wildly inappropriate. But okay.
Yes. He got a lot of slack for that. Yeah, I just wanted to say that to me what's the most heartbreaking to me, the most painful thing to me was that the fact that like I feel like he was kind of robbed of reaching his life goal, his life like his dream. I mean, like his dream was to be a starting NFL quarterback, and we got his rookie season. He didn't really get a real chance, but then like you can say that's kind of just because he was a rookie. But then his second year, um, his first. It was like 3 games into the season. The Commanders were 1-3. They weren't doing so well, but it wasn't really Dwayne Haskins' fault. He didn't really have that many bad games. Then one game against the Ravens, he threw for 300 yards, didn't throw any picks, but the Commanders were blown out because they're not that good, and the Ravens are. And that and then that week, Dwayne Haskins was benched, and it just didn't seem like fair, or the right call. I felt like there's a bit of bias against him over there. Um, and it feels like he's just been cheated again and again to that point where like Pittsburgh, like Ben Roethlisberger got hurt last year, and they went with Mason Rudolph, who has had plenty of experience and hasn't really succeeded in the NFL ever before, and they went with him over Dwayne Haskins
Yeah,
to
I mean,
where they're
I
where they're
get what you're saying. Like it's even sadder that like he didn't even get to like
right.
achieve his goal.
Right, and then this year they bring in Mitchell Trubisky, who's had his chance before, and he sucked with the Bears. Like there's no sugarcoating it. He sucked with the Bears. You can blame it on Matt Nagy, but like Dwayne Haskins didn't have a shot. Like maybe give him a chance before you're bringing in another guy who you have to pay way more money for. Um, I'm just saying like this should be a wake up call. This should be a wake up call to all the other NFL head coaches who are dealing with a similar situation as the Commanders. I'm looking at you, Green Bay, you, San Francisco, to like just play them because you don't know if there will be a tomorrow for them. Just
Well,
just
dude,
play Jordan Love, play Trey Lance.
yo, dude.
Just to
I'm
give
not
them a
gonna
shot.
lie, that was kind of dark, but okay.
Yes, give them a shot
But
and stop
I definitely understand what you're saying. That
stop giving reps to like Jared Goff and Mitchell Trubisky. They had their chance.
yeah, I get what you're saying. A lot of times, like talent is like kind of like overlooked. Like especially in baseball, like guys will just
Right,
sometimes just come out of nowhere. Like
right,
like Peyton Pritchard did out of nowhere, man.
right. All right, it's good that you changed the tone to basketball. So we're going next. Sorry
Yeah.
for starting so dark, but like I
No,
felt like
I
I
mean,
needed to get that off.
dude, you gotta talk about like the real stuff sometimes. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right. We
But
covered football, which means covering all of football. But yeah, of course. Um, okay, on to the NBA playoffs. So let's just talk about our favorites. So who you got coming out of the East?
I mean, for the East, so as of this recording, the play-in hasn't happened yet.
Right.
So for the East, I'm gonna go with the obvious. I got the Sixers.
Sixers, really? I mean,
Yeah.
I like it. James Harden is not really like you trust James Harden?
Oh, okay. So he's not great in the playoffs. Again, I don't know if that's like a James Harden thing or if that's like a team or where he was. But I'm taking the Sixers. I'm taking the Brooklyn, obviously. Milwaukee, I think is
For
another.
me, yeah. For me, it's got to be the Bucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't trust Philly, and then give Milwaukee in a series with Philly. Like, give me the Milwaukee in like 6. It's not even going to 7. Milwaukee has a
Right.
playoff experience. Best
Right. So
experience.
let's just like
They know
play
what they're
this
doing.
out.
I'm thinking like Milwaukee for sure, and then the Nets are talented enough, but they're starting as a 7th seed, which gives them a major disadvantage to Milwaukee,
Well, I think it's
who
such
has the home
garbage
field.
that we have to play the Nets.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's
Yeah,
like,
we should be able to choose. We should be able to opt to be the 3rd seed.
right. So right. So assuming that Brooklyn beats Cleveland,
Yeah.
I would take Miami. I'm sorry, right? I would take Miami. I would take yeah, and the last team I would take is Miami.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, Boston talent wise is up there with the best. The thing is that
Right
they
now,
look right now. It looks like
the only X
they have to,
factor is the Boston Brooklyn thing.
dude, more than that. Even if they were to beat Brooklyn, then they're playing Milwaukee. Then they have to probably play Philly, which means they have to play all the top teams.
Dude, that's just a shitty set of cards.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. I mean, for weeks and weeks, it's been like, don't count out the Celtics. Like, they surprise me like every week. They're surprising me, but I don't know, man.
Time Lord is out, which is a problem.
Time
He'll be out for the first couple rounds at least.
right. Oh man,
So
I don't
he's
know,
out
man.
for the Nets and the Bucks, which
Like,
sucks because
I want to say that Boston's gonna do it. I don't know. Don't
I mean,
know.
I would feel way more confident if they would have lost yesterday and fallen to the 3 seed.
Yeah, I mean, they tried, but I don't know. I mean, they tried, but it
Why
just
do
didn't
they?
work
They shouldn't
out.
have played everyone. They shouldn't have played everyone.
I mean, I
versus
think even if they
Memphis.
lost that game, would they have gone to the 3 seed? I don't know. Man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Milwaukee would have had a better record.
Milwaukee. Oh yeah, that's true. So
Yeah,
why? I'm not saying to throw the game, but like, why not bench everybody?
right. They should have. I don't know what they were thinking.
I don't know. Maybe they want momentum. I mean, we do have home court, so I don't know, man. Like maybe if we take the first 2 games at home, you never know, dude. Maybe just me.
Right. I just don't think so. Okay, moving on.
Two at home, 2 at home. Eke out a win in Brooklyn, and then win another at home.
Right. You never know. Let's just talk about the West quickly. The favorites.
Wait one second. Wait, but what's right? Philly, Toronto. So you're taking Toronto.
Philly, Toronto.
Yeah.
Well, no, Philly. I'm
Right,
taking Philly round 1.
I said Philly,
But-
dude. I said Philly.
I'm taking Philly round 1. I just don't think they're favorites to come out of the East.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what you meant? I thought you meant
Yeah.
like who's my favorite to come out of the East?
Yeah.
Oh, no, right. No, I know I would not have Philly coming out of the East. I thought you were just saying who's playing next week.
No.
Okay, so coming out of the East, I would definitely take Milwaukee.
Okay.
Milwaukee, and if Boston beats Brooklyn, they might have a chance. Other than that, I think the Nets. I don't think the Nets are taking the East because, like, even if they have a good series against the Celtics, they're not going to make it to the finals.
I mean, I think they're second. I have them.
I think if they go to the semifinals against Milwaukee, they're not winning.
Right, but
Because I just think
that's not how it's
Milwaukee.
They're not playing. They're not playing Philly. They're not playing them in the semifinals. They're not playing them until at least the Eastern Conference Finals.
Sorry, did I say so? I meant conference finals. I don't know why I said semifinals, but right. If they play, if it's Brooklyn, Milwaukee in the conference.
Oh,
finals,
sorry. Yeah,
yeah,
you said Brooklyn.
Yeah. What I meant to say was conference finals.
Sorry, sorry. That's good.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about Philly.
I know if it's Brooklyn, Milwaukee, definitely take Milwaukee. Philly, Milwaukee, I'll take Milwaukee. Miami, Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee is better than every single team here, and I think they
Right.
not only are they better like talent wise, but they play better as a
Right.
team. Like the Heat,
I mean,
the Heat,
I
I
don't
think
think
won't. The
right.
Heat will fall apart. I think Brooklyn will fall apart against Milwaukee.
The
I
Heat
just
don't
don't see
have
it.
the number one scorer. I mean, they're a very scrappy team. They're very good at making threes. They're very good defensively. They don't have that number one scorer that could just take
The thing is,
just take the team.
Giannis is clutch. That's the other
Right,
thing.
Giannis is that guy who
Like
can just
the
drop
Sixers are
50.
like the opposite of clutch.
Right, even if like Chris Middleton's out, right, like Giannis can just go in there and drop 50.
Right.
Harden, I have no confidence in the playoffs at this point.
Not only
Like
that, but
he's never
if
performed.
if they're down by 5 with like 40 seconds,
Right.
I don't trust Harden at all. But I
And
do trust.
Harden's like the least clutch superstar in like
Yeah.
NBA history. And then right. And
Right.
then
So
the Nets,
Milwaukee
right.
will beat Chicago.
Right, and the
Philly
Nets
will
are
beat
tough.
Toronto.
And then
Yeah.
right. And the Nets are definitely tough because for obvious reasons. I mean, like
All right. So
you never know with Kyrie. You never know with Kevin
what's
Durant
your
with his health.
off the cuff? What's
Yeah.
your call for Nets Celtics?
Nets Celtics. I mean, if it happens, yeah, I would say Nets, but
In what? In 7?
in like 7, but I'm not counting out the Celtics at all. Definitely not counting out the Celtics.
All
I'd
right.
say like Nets in 6, but I'm definitely not counting out the Celtics. Fine. Moving on to the West, we'll get back to these for sure.
All right. So
But
yeah. All right. So right.
moving
So
on to the West,
who do you have coming out of the West?
yeah, you got to go with the Suns. And
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude,
never
just
count out.
look at their record.
Never count out Chef Curry, but I got to go with this they got to go with the Suns. There's Devin Booker and Chris Paul are on a whole nother level, and they know what it takes to make a playoff run.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
it's funny because like last year, I thought after watching like last year's finals, I'm like, okay, this finals is never happening again. I'm like, the Suns are never making it because like the Lakers next year are gonna be healthy and back, and like the
Yeah. Well,
Bucks are not
so
going
much
to
for the
because
Lakers.
the Nets
So.
the Nets have this big three, and then meanwhile like the Nets fall apart. And then so the Milwaukee's got a clear shot again, which is pretty surprising for me. And then the Lakers, let's just talk about that for a second. Like, what a failure.
They're an embarrassment to the game of basketball, dude. I'm sorry.
I knew, right? I knew from the start, like Russell Westbrook was not a good fit. They should have traded for Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield with this offense would have been perfect because he's a great three-point shooter. And then
Actually,
going to that,
dude, I
going
heard
to that offense.
an interesting trade. I want to hear what you think about this.
Yeah.
I this is a weird take I heard. They said that the Lakers should offer Anthony Davis for Klay Thompson.
Yeah, that's way too much for the Lakers are getting way too much. I mean, like Anthony Davis had a really bad year. So
Well, I'm
maybe at
saying,
the
but
trade
throw in AD, maybe a draft pick or something like that.
maybe at the deadline that would work, but like I don't think anyone's trusting AD enough. Like even for the Lakers, I don't think they're gonna trade AD just because his value is so low right now, and it should get way better. But because AD had a really bad year for his expectations. But yeah, coming in right, Buddy Hield with this offense would have been perfect. I mean, they could still maybe Indiana would give them Buddy Hield and Russell Westbrook traded this summer. That would be really nice for them. But yeah, having Buddy Hield with this offense having like 3 centers with LeBron and AD and Dwight Howard and stuff. But I'm saying like with this old slow like offense who's gonna be going to the rim. I mean, Buddy Hield as a good shooter would have been perfect. But they went with Westbrook because he's a bigger star. LeBron wanted him. And Westbrook's just like a smaller LeBron who has like more turnovers and doesn't shoot well. So like there was no point. It was like, yeah, Russell Westbrook was an absolute failure there. Russell Westbrook needs his own team with no other stars where he can just dominate with the ball. Like if he has off the ball stars, then it's fine. Like he can do fine, but like with the Lakers, it made no sense. With him and LeBron, it would never work out. That's two ball dominant point guards on one team. It would never work.
All right, so let's go through the matchups here. All right, so Dallas and Utah.
Right. So this one to me all depends on Luka's health. If Luka's healthy, then all right. If Luka's healthy, then they should be able to beat Utah. And by the way, if Utah has an early exit, there's gonna be chaos. Like Donovan Mitchell is probably gonna request a trade. The Quinn Snyder, the Jazz's head coach, is probably gonna be gone, there's gonna be absolute like chaos there. But
All right.
all right, Bill. So if Luka's healthy, then they'll probably win. If Luka's out, which looks like right now he might be, then Utah should have an easy series win.
About Dallas, did you say they kind of underperformed this year? Or
No, not really. I mean, like Luka doesn't really have a second star.
right, but
So
like
I
he
can't.
needs one though, right?
Right. So like that's what this offseason is for. Like they got to get like a Bradley Beal, but or there aren't really any like really good stars to pair with Luka really available. But in
I
theory,
mean,
yeah, they
I don't
need a
know.
second star.
Luka's kind of an all-around player. I feel like he could work with pretty much.
No, because he's extremely ball dominant. Again, he needs the offense to run through him. So
Right,
any
but
point
I'm
guard
sure
like
you could get plenty. You could get plenty of guys who would.
right, or
You don't have
like
to get a
Bradley,
superstar who takes over the game. You have plenty of guys you
right,
could get.
like Bradley Beal's not ball dominant.
Or
That's what I mentioned before.
dude, the offense doesn't run through Anthony Davis. You know,
Right, Anthony Davis, CJ McCollum.
right? They also
Norick.
like they need like one of those big guys. You know, like
They don't like need a big guy, but like, a big guy would be nice, of course.
yeah.
But yeah.
All right, the next matchup is Golden State Denver.
Right. So this one, all right. Again, also it depends if Curry's going to be there, of course. But even
Wait,
without Curry,
Curry might not be there.
he's having injury issues
Oh, okay.
as
But
well.
you don't think Jokic and the Nuggets could pull it out?
They definitely could. This is going to be one of those series that go to like 7 games. But
Oh, okay. That's the thing, though, is I look at all these matchups and Phoenix are just like way beyond everybody.
right,
You know,
they
like
don't really have any holes in questions.
I
like
don't see
everyone
an
else does.
opponent here that could take down Phoenix. I think Memphis, they're close, but they're not there yet.
Right. And
I mean,
Memphis also
the Memphis
they're
just first of all, they just got manhandled by the Celtics last week.
it's not that big of a like proof, but I'm saying whatever.
Dude, I'm
Memphis
just
is just
saying,
2,
man. I'm
right?
just that they got
Right.
manhandled by the Celtics without
course.
Time Lord. Like,
Right, they're the 2, right. Memphis is yeah, they're 2 inexperienced. So I feel like they're not gonna get past like round 2 or 3.
right, but like,
They just don't have the experience yet. But I mean,
but
it's
like
good.
in the near
It's good to
future,
build
they'll
it.
be yeah.
Right, 2 years for sure. But like right now, no.
All right, but Memphis will still beat whether they play Minnesota or LA. They'll beat them.
Right. And then
LA being the Clippers, obviously, but
right, of course, because Lakers aren't there.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
All right,
Right.
so all right, and then you
Clippers, by the way,
Phoenix will
if Kawhi
Yeah.
comes back, I don't think it's happening. But if Kawhi comes back, like imagine the Clippers with Kawhi and Paul George, like that's a dangerous team. They're dangerous without Kawhi, but like with Kawhi, that would be scary. Like they could just come out of nowhere and just win the West.
dude, I mean, I don't know about winning the West.
It would
Maybe
be
like
nuts.
maybe go to like the semifinals or conference finals. Definitely not winning the West though. Maybe I don't know.
Mhm.
Maybe, but dude, they're barely above 500 actually. Pretty
Who?
sure. Yeah, the Clippers. They're the
Right,
AC.
because
So
Kawhi's been out for the year.
right.
I'm saying if Kawhi comes back, that
All right.
would be
So
nuts.
basically, all right. So Golden State, Phoenix. You'll take Phoenix. Golden State, Dallas. I'm sorry. Phoenix, Dallas. You'll take Phoenix. Phoenix, Memphis.
Right.
You'll take Phoenix.
Right.
Phoenix, Denver. You'll take Phoenix. Phoenix, Utah. You'll take Phoenix. And yeah. So that's pretty. So basically, the most likely outcome would be a repeat of last year.
Right. Well, you never count out Brooklyn. I'm saying like
Right. Don't
if
count out
Kyrie-
Brooklyn and don't count out Boston. But I will
especially
count.
if Ben Simmons can find a way to come back, which they're looking
right,
optimistic,
which
for,
might
for
be a
round 1.
possibility right now.
Right, he could come back.
Right. So don't count out Boston. Don't count out Brooklyn. I will count out Philly and Miami. I think, even though Miami is the 1 seed, I just no. Do you disagree with that?
I would definitely not count out. I definitely wouldn't count out. Oh yeah, I wouldn't count out Miami just because of the fact that right, but to like look at 2020 and the bubble, like maybe the bubble's not a good proof, but like they were a worse team. Like even though they had no leading scorer, like the dominant alpha, they still were able to chip away and make it deep into all the way to the NBA finals.
Yo, dude, we had all right. Your audio kind of went AWire there. All right.
Oh sorry.
Yeah,
Should I repeat?
That's the problem being overseas. But
Right.
no yeah. So what were you just saying?
Saying that right, I definitely wouldn't count Miami out. like just looking at 2020, like the bubble year, where they were, even though they didn't have a dominant alpha score, they were able to gnaw their way to the NBA finals. They were able to go deep. Like maybe the bubble's not a good, um not as similar enough situation to the playoffs right now, right? Where you
Yeah.
can like, or
I
you
mean,
can compare.
I don't really like the
But
like. It's kind of. I mean, I don't know. It's like what I mean. It was a shorter season, so right. So
there's a bubble. I mean, it was in Disney World. It wasn't like,
okay.
right.
I mean,
It
I
was
don't know.
in
I don't know how
right.
much of a difference this make. What I do hate is when
There were, I mean,
MLB
there were no stands.
and right, and also in baseball when people talk about like, oh, like I don't think the 2020 World Series should even count.
No, for sure should count.
No,
Yeah,
dude, because you get there's a reason the season's 160 and not 60. It's that those extra 100
that's
games,
stupid. Okay,
the
okay.
whole extra
So
those
do
extra
you
100
count? So
games shouldn't.
the World Series in the 1910s. You know those where there was like where the guys are chucking like underhand pitches and like
Dude,
and
I don't know
throwing
about.
like,
Are you sure about that? In the 1910 World Series, they were pitching underhand.
not 1910, maybe a bit earlier, but
Dude, maybe
overhand
like
pitching.
1890. I don't know.
No, I'm saying like there were like the baseball then there was no such thing as a 90-mile-per-hour fastball, like let alone like 100, which they throw now.
But
Like
they strike
the
people
game
out
was
then. It's
the game was so vastly different. There was a point where there was a point in the baseball era where there was where like you can hit a ground ball home run. Um,
dude, hold
I
up.
just
You
think,
don't think that if Babe Ruth and Ted Williams are playing right now, that they would hit like they did back then?
dude, hitting back then was way different than hitting now.
Dude,
Hitting what?
dude, Sandy Koufax, right? Like one of the greats. I'm sure he
Yeah,
could strike out plenty of batters now. He
no,
had
you
a
can't.
he
Dude,
had a great. He Are you sure, man? I don't know.
no, dude,
He was nasty, bro. Some
you,
nasty stuff.
Babe Ruth wouldn't be able to see the ball
Oh, dude, what are
just
you
because
saying?
of
Dude,
just because of how fast it is. I'm saying like he's not used
oh
to that.
man. Dude,
I'm
the
saying he doesn't. Who said he has?
Yankees
Who
mob
said he
is
had that
coming for
eyesight?
you right now, my guy.
Who said Babe Ruth had that eyesight? Ted Williams also. I'm not just saying Babe Ruth.
Oh man,
Baseball
dude.
players then like didn't have that eyesight. It was a totally different game.
Dude, how
I'm
far
saying
does
like
this go? Like, what about like
I'm
Mark
saying the
McGuire? And what about the '90s hitters? Could they hit now?
I'm sure they're better than the ones in the 1910s. I'm sure they could.
What?
But
Sorry,
I'm
you
sure
like
they could. Yeah.
you went like a wire again.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah, I'm
what were you
sure. I'm
saying?
sure they're able to.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying like not as well as if they started playing in this era. But all I'm saying is that I think the discrepancy between baseball 100 years ago and baseball now is way bigger than the
Right,
discrepancy
but all I'm
between
saying is the reason baseball
baseball in
now is
2020.
160 games is because what happens in 60 games doesn't represent the talent or who's better at all. It just
No,
doesn't,
it
bro.
does. It just I'm saying take what you're given. I'm saying like
Dude,
should we
just I mean,
redo the
look at the
should we
beginning of the
redo the
season for
1910 World Series? Should we just not
no, I'm
count
not
anymore?
saying redo the 1910 World Series. I'm just saying like no, because back then
Should we just
the 1910 season was a full season for what it was supposed to be. The 2020 season was not. You know, I'm not saying it shouldn't count. It counts. I'm just saying that I
so
don't look at it as like a season to like base opinions off of and stuff like that because there's a reason why baseball has so many games because it takes 162
okay,
games.
you said don't count. You said
Okay, that I might have been
right.
exaggerating a tad. I don't give the Dodgers tons of credit for winning that year. That's all. It's sad for the Dodgers, especially because that was their only World Series win, which is sad, you know, especially when you get cheated by the Astros and stuff. But yeah, that's all I'm saying, man. Don't worry about it.
Like even if you want to say like you think that the best team that year didn't win. I'm saying that the Dodgers were.
I don't know,
I
man.
mean
Like what we're
the
saying
Dodgers
before
were
is
the
that
most.
I'm saying before is that like come out of nowhere. You know, like let's look back here. 2019, you got the Nats. You know,
Yeah.
um, this past year you got the Braves, who were like
Right.
under 500, like what?
Right.
Not at the beginning of the season, like after a few
So you're
months.
saying like you never know. I'm saying the most talented team won, and
But that's
and
not
you
baseball, man. That's not that. That's what I love about the sport is that it's not always the most talented team. Like the Rays
come
got
on, but
knocked
it
out.
did win. It wasn't
The
like
Rays got knocked
if
out of the LD.
like
That's the thing. That's why it's
like
162 games.
oh
That's
like
what,
the Marlins were very good that year. They made the pile. They made it to the NLDS. So let's say they would have won the World Series. To me, it would have
but
felt
they
way more.
didn't.
what I'm saying, to me, it would have felt way more tainted. Because like I'm saying, if a shitty team won, if a shitty team won at all,
Dude, I
to
don't
me
care.
that would have
Like,
felt
let's say
way
we
more
ended the
tainted.
MLB season right now after 5 games,
Yeah.
right? And then the Dodgers win the World Series. You wouldn't say that, right?
No, I wouldn't care. It is baseball. I'm saying
You know, you wouldn't be like,
way.
oh, well, the most talented team won, right? You'd be
I'm
like,
saying no.
no,
I'm
it's
saying
only 5 games. It's half.
no.
60 games
saying-
is half a season. Is
I'm
less
saying
than
that
half.
the champion is whoever within that season's circumstances wins it all. It's not like I don't care about disadvantages or like less games. I'm saying if they knew beforehand it's going to be 60 games and they won it all. I'm saying there was a playoffs, the same playoffs and the same World Series.
What I'm saying is that the other teams don't have a chance in 60 games. You know, like the underdogs don't have a chance with 60 games, man.
So you're saying that you want the best teams to be so worn out after playing for like
no.
5-6 months? I'm saying like good.
Dude, I'm just
So you
saying
want
there's
the
a reason
best
that's
teams to be worse?
162 games. Like,
Right, I understand how a 162 game champion means more, but I don't think it means nothing. I think it means just as much in the history books. Like in the COVID shortened season, they won it all. So like that year was a COVID year. Like same thing if there's a World War III year where like players are being drafted.
Jesus, oh my God, dude.
You're not gonna.
We're
not
being
gonna
real
discredit-
dark today.
Fine. So in the night or like
Yeah,
in the
I know.
1940s, when guys are being drafted and stuff, you're not gonna count those World Series because Ted Williams wasn't playing because he was in the army. Like you're not gonna count those.
No, dude, I definitely see what you're saying. I understand. It makes sense to me. I don't think a baseball season could be 60 games. You know, I mean,
Fine, but you're taking back the take that you think it shouldn't even be counted.
no, it counts. I just don't think it's a baseball season. You know, and I don't think you should look
It
at
is,
it. I don't
dude.
think that's what you're saying. If they won for what happened in their time, I don't think it represents anything about anything. I wouldn't use stats from that season. Like, I don't think they represent anything. Like, if you had a good, if you had a good, if you had a good 2020, you're probably not even a good. You might not even be a good player. Like, it just doesn't. I mean, there's a reason why we have guys.
I think it counts. No, if you're
last year we had guys like Randy Rosarena, who you hate. He was still a rookie. There's a reason for that, dude. You know, is that like the way of the sport was just not. It just doesn't happen with 60 games. That's all. That I think I'm gonna reduce my statement to that.
But I think like the MVP counts. I'm saying, yeah, the MVP. Yeah, I think Freddie Freeman has an MVP.
Okay,
and you can't take
but
that.
Let's think about the Braves, dude. The Braves wouldn't have had a chance to win if it was a 60 game season. Not no way.
Okay, fine. So I'm saying things would have happened differently, but it doesn't mean it doesn't count. They knew it was a 60 game season. It wasn't like they just turned on the gas then or figure things out. Like they knew.
But baseball's not one of those sports where you turn on the gas, bro. It's just not how it works, you know?
I don't know. All I'm saying is it everyone knew beforehand. It counted. It wasn't like there was an unfair advantage. It was.
By the way, dude, if I could just get in like a quick Sox take right now, just like quick.
Just
I am loving the bullpen right now after like 4 games.
I told you it would be solid.
Even though they're not even 500 right now. But dude, Diekman. You know what?
Didn't trust me last pod.
Dude, well, first of all, I'm a Boston sports fan. I never trust any of my teams, but dude, Diekman after the game, they asked him, they're like, oh, like, do you want to be the closer? See, like, he's like, I don't know, I don't give 2 shits. Dude, I don't know. That made me love him even more. But Whitlock has been amazing. He's pitched like already like 8 innings, I think.
He got the big extension.
Right, and he's pitched like close to like 8 or 9 innings now, and he has like maybe 1 earned run, 2 hits. Dude, the Red Sox only used 3 pitchers today. It was amazing. But
yeah.
All right, but anyway, back to the NBA.
Dude, just in life, dude. Just trust me when I say the Red Sox bullpen is good. It's good. Okay.
I think Yankees and Blue Jays might be better, but it's
might
solid.
Be better. I think the Red Sox
get the job done. Get the job done. Anyway, back to the NBA. So in a repeat of last year, do you have the same outcome as last year? You have Milwaukee in 7.
You never know with the drive.
It could be Phoenix has a better drive, but I don't think Giannis has lost any gas at all.
All right, but Phoenix might have the urgency, but we don't know.
But dude, like a repeat, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I mean, and Giannis is young now. Also, that's another thing.
Right.
Like there's like they could be like a dynasty ahead. I mean, I don't know, man.
Right.
But
Yeah, of course. All right. As this all right, I feel like the last wave of superstars are all like just starting to like head out the doors. Like I mean like LeBron seems like he has like until his son comes, which is like in like a couple years, and then he feels done after that. I mean like Harden seems done, Russell Westbrook seems done. Like, KD doesn't really seem done, but he'll be done within the next 5-6 years. It feels like
it's
the
a new
last wave of
generation, bro.
superstars.
Now
Right,
it's going to be the
Steph Curry,
generation of
right,
Tatum, Morant,
right,
Giannis.
even Steph Curry doesn't feel like he can
Yeah.
consistently do it as much as he could before, right?
By the
It
way,
feels
dude,
like you're right.
what do you think about Tatum for MVP?
I feel like it should happen. It won't happen
It should though.
because saying, I mean, with what statistics wise, it shouldn't. But
Right,
that's
but
not
that's
what
the
the
thing,
MVP is,
dude.
right?
But dude, it's
It's
think about it.
not what MVP
Like
is.
the turnaround, I think Ime should get coach of the year just for that turnaround alone.
Yeah, for sure.
And
without a
I
doubt.
think also for the turnaround, I think Tatum not only led the Celtics to turn around, the offense flows through him. I think him and Brown had more defined roles.
Right.
This is not this is not to shit on Brown. He's great, but the offense runs through Tatum. I think Brown has accepted his position on the team. Marcus Smart for Defensive Player of the Year. Do you think the Celtics should just get all the awards all around?
To be defensive player, of course, Marcus Smart should win that award.
So, I mean, it seems pretty obvious the Celtics should get pretty much.
Well, not like six man, not like. I mean, they won't. I mean, they won't get. They might get.
They
Coach of the
should.
Year,
They should.
They might get defensive player of the year.
I think
they're not. They're not going to get. They're not getting MVP.
Right, I think Tatum should.
He'll get votes. But he's not going to get MVP.
Dude, I don't know. They're just playing another level of basketball. And it's like, do you know what I'm saying? Like you watch them play, they're galaxies ahead of every all their besides that Brooklyn game.
Yeah,
there was a few close ones.
They have
galaxies ahead of pretty much everyone.
They have the it factor. Right? They have the X factor. Right? They have the it factor.
And the thing is, like Pritchard and Nesmith come off the bench. They're draining threes. It's just insane, man.
Right, they have the factor.
Yeah.
Right,
dude, I mean even Grant Williams, who arguably was like one of their worst guys.
Right,
like
it all comes down to matchups, but they definitely have the factor.
They got screwed over with the matchups. Like
yes,
you know in football you could like decline a penalty. Like actually we'll like right. So you should be able to like decline a seeding. So, like nah, we won't take the 2 seed. We'll take the 3 seed.
I'm saying they earned the 2 seed. They should be able to take away that
privilege, so now they earn the right to get fucked over.
Right, exactly.
I mean, we'd have to play Brooklyn at some point anyway. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, but not round one. It's like round one exit is way
it just
worse,
makes it easier for Philly and Milwaukee. You know, because like Boston has to deal with Brooklyn.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Also, what sucks? Evan Mobley's out tonight, so that makes it even harder. Not Evan Mobley, sorry. Jared Allen. Jared Allen is out tonight, which makes it even harder.
If the Cavs had Jared Allen,
it would definitely be closer. I don't think they would have won tonight. Dude, but it definitely would have been closer.
I think I think the Nets, especially especially now that everything's on the line for the Nets, they'll pull it off. They're not clutch, but this they'll pull off.
Yeah, this is easy. Right. And I'm hoping there's always a chance Cleveland wins. Maybe like Kevin Durant goes down.
Dude, if Cleveland wins, we're gonna destroy them.
Of course, that'd be so much fun.
Like a sweep, bro. Win every game by 25. Sweep. Dude, I would. The way they're playing right now, man. Like
that would be awesome.
Definitely possible. Oh man, I gotta get running, dude. We have to like work out the scheduling with you being overseas and all that.
Of course. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have a bit of a shorter one this week.
All right.
That was awesome. Hopefully we prepared you enough for the playoffs.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'll try to work everything out. It's just,
let us know.
A lot of complicated shit, but that's life, man.
All right, let us know if we should do more NBA in the future.
Yeah.
We'll definitely
maybe do coverage. We should do maybe a little coverage of the playoffs as they go on.
Yeah, right. Follow us. Follow
maybe
us
even like a little more baseball, dude, because I love baseball.
Right. Yeah, follow us on Twitter, and we're
especially
on
since,
Twitter.
like,
We cover it.
yeah,
On Twitter, we
especially
cover
since-
everything.
yeah, and NFL's been a little quiet anyway. But
I run. If you haven't figured out yet, I'm the one who runs the Twitter account. If you can't tell from all the Ravens heavy tweets.
yeah.
All
right, so hit us up
right.
on Twitter, guys. Check
Right.
out our TikTok and our YouTube.
course.
Contact us, email us.
Follow us.
fatnote222@gmail.com. And
Of
yeah.
course.
All right, peace out. We'll
Alright,
see you all next time.
peace out. All right.